Venturing into the woods alone at night can be terrifying. But what happens when you encounter someone or something you'd rather never meet? Tonight, we're diving into the 6 most disturbing encounters ever recorded. These clips will make you think twice about ever stepping into the woods alone again. Let's delve straight into this first disturbing encounter. This eerie footage was captured by Zhenya, a YouTuber who describes himself as a true adventurer. He loves the outdoors and frequently goes camping in the toughest conditions, documenting everything on camera for his followers. Zhenya shares his adventures on his YouTube channel, which is called The Survivor. It's March 8, 2023, a cold evening, and Zhenya is about to embark on another solo camping adventure deep in the forest, an hour and a half north of his home. As he drives along the icy road, the complete absence of other vehicles makes it clear he is far from any signs of civilization. Making this exploration particularly dangerous, you'll soon see why. After a long drive, he pulls over and checks in with his viewers.
Находится прям справа от меня. Справа от меня, и вот он пошел. Что это? Господи, еще даже не стемнело полностью. Я уже слышал сейчас какой-то звук оттуда.
Just as he starts filming, an unexplainable sound pierces the silence of the night. The noise sends chills down his spine, but Zhenya remains determined to proceed. He had promised his viewers he would camp overnight in the forest, and he intended to keep that promise. Nothing was going to stop him, he said. Little did he know, the events about to unfold would let him reconsider his decision.
Ребят, я сейчас еще стою, прямо несет около дороги, рядом с машиной. Сейчас в лесу, буквально секунду назад. Я слышал опять какой-то звук, похожий на вой, наверное. Как в прошлый раз, да?
Already uneasy from the strange sounds coming from the forest, Zhenya decides to spend a little extra time near his car, preparing his gear before venturing into the eerie, mysterious woods. He has no idea about the terrifying night that awaits him. With a candlestick in his hand, Zhenya makes his way into the forest. It's quiet, almost too quiet. The only sounds are his footsteps crunching in the snow until an unsettling noise pierces the silence.
И возвращался назад. Что это нахрен? Как визг какой-то все равно. Ведь я только зашел сюда нахрен, а?
Zhenya freezes, standing still with fear, his eyes wide and darting around the area. But nothing is visible, heightening his discomfort. Not knowing the source of the sound, he tries to stay calm and ventures deeper into the forest, searching for a good spot to set up his camp. However, before he can find a suitable location, he stumbles upon something disturbing.
Это похоже на следы волка, реально. Собака не может здесь бегать в лесу. Собака, что ли, гавкала? Опять.
Fresh wolf prints in the snow, indicating a nearby presence, making him realize he needs to stay alert. But not long after, another sound is heard. He says it was probably just a dog, but if you listen closely, it sounds more like 3 distinct knocks. Zhenya is shocked by the number of unexplainable events already happening in this forest, and he hasn't even set up his tent yet. Normally, his evenings unfold much more calmly, but tonight felt different. He had an uneasy feeling, as if he needed to stay alert for whatever might come. And I can tell you, his gut feeling is right.
Я знаете, что думаю? Наверное, мы вдалеке находимся вообще полностью от цивилизации, ребят, чтобы вы понимали. И здесь звуки какие-то, которые могут быть там в 5, в 7 километрах отсюда, они могут сюда доноситься. Плюс еще, вот, слышите опять, плюс еще за счет, наверное, ветра. Я не понимаю, честно, откуда лай. Волки же вроде не гавкают, да?
Unsettled and trying to rationalize the situation, Zhenya sets his camera aside and focuses on pitching his tent. With darkness and colder temperatures creeping in, it's critical that he sets up shelter as quickly as possible. Horrifying music can be heard coming from deeper within the woods. It sends shivers down Zhenya's spine. It's clear he is not alone out here.
Присыпанная снегом, буду продолжать находиться здесь.
While speaking to the camera, a loud, likely animal sound interrupts him. Startled, he freezes and looks behind him, toward the direction of the noise. Zhenya stands up and shines his flashlight into the pitch-black forest, trying to catch sight of whatever might be out there.
Ooh. Присыпано.
Zhenya wanders through the woods, flashlight in hand, walking toward the eerie sounds to uncover whatever he's dealing with. But after 10 minutes of walking, nothing appears, and he decides to head back to his tent, opting for what little safety it might provide. But as we all know, a tent is just a thin piece of fabric that can separate you from the dangers outside. For Zhenya, though, it felt like a small refuge, warmer and slightly safer, at least for now. After sitting in silence in his tent for almost 15 minutes, Zhenya decided to grab his camera again and check in with his viewers, explaining what was happening.
Пока что нету каких-то звуков, как в прошлый раз. Но я очень сильно себя напряженно здесь чувствую.
Strange noises could be heard once again. At first, they seemed to be coming from near his tent, but later, the horrific music echoed from deeper within the forest. Confused and shocked, Zhenya looked around, trying to make sense of what was happening. He decided to check his camera outside to see if it had captured the eerie sounds, hoping to confirm that he wasn't just imagining things, but it was all real. As time passed, Zhenya sat outside, listening intently to see if the noises would return. A chilling sense of being watched crept over him, and he couldn't shake the feeling that something wasn't right. The noises intensified, surrounding him. Feeling far from safe, he retreated back into his tent, hoping the sounds would eventually fade. Thoughts raced through his mind as he checked his phone, only to discover he had no service. This realization made the situation even more terrifying. If something would happen to him, help would be far out of reach. And that's when the night took an even more horrifying turn.
Прям отчетливо слышно звук снега, хруста снега, как будто шаги по снегу, знаете, кто-то идет. Тишина прекратилась. Как будто здесь звук, я даже боюсь из палатки выходить. Кто здесь? Ой, бля, сука. Кто там нахер? Сука, следы какие-то, следы. Сейчас. Так, в округе я никого не вижу. Где мой рюкзак? Где мой рюкзак?
In total panic, Zhenya tried to figure out what to do. It was clear that someone, or something, was out there, playing with him and watching him. The most terrifying part was that when Zhenya stepped outside, no one could be seen. It hid in the pitch-black forest. Desperately thinking of a plan, he remembered his night vision camera. Perhaps it could help him spot whoever, or whatever, was stalking him. With the camera in hand, he began filming and scanning the trees, hoping to catch sight of something. But unfortunately for him, the night vision camera didn't have enough range, leaving the darkness impenetrable. Frustrated, he put the camera away, and that's when the horrifying event started again.
Начинается бесовщина какая-то. Вот как, сука, как уже, знаете, к ноле так что-то начинается происходить. Ух ты, ёпта. Вот прямо оттуда, там как овраг Сиана. Сейчас включу этот режим,
Zhenya scanned the area once more with his night vision. The scene felt like a real-life horror movie. The faint sound of a crying baby echoed from deeper in the woods, accompanied by another eerie, unsettling melody. It was clear that something was very wrong in these woods. But what was going on exactly? No one knows.
Спрятался за деревом вот так вот. Стихло. Все стихло. Свет не включать. Лучше реально не включать свет. Сейчас перебесится. Тут ветками прямо вот там вот. Буквально от меня близко-близко, метров 30. В тепловизоре батарейка села. Так, секунду, у меня же есть. У меня же от камеры от такой должна подходить. Она сейчас я посмотрю. Сейчас, тихо.
The noises seemed endless. Sometimes they could be heard from far away, and then suddenly closer. It was unlike anything Zhenya had ever experienced before, especially not while camping alone in the forest. Deep down, he knew something was terribly wrong, and that he needed to get out of there. Finally, he decided he couldn't take it any longer. He grabbed his belongings and fled the forest, running away from the unknown danger lurking in the darkness. As Zhenya finally reached the safety of his car, he threw his belongings into the trunk and drove away, haunted by the chilling events he had just experienced. This experience left not only Zhenya with many unanswered questions, but also his viewers. They were deeply impressed by how long he managed to stay in the forest despite all the unsettling sounds closing in on him. Just imagine camping alone in a pitch-black forest while hearing these kinds of sounds. It's like something straight out of a horror movie. Zhenya hinted that he will continue making camping videos, but never again in that forest. And who could blame him? Sorry to interrupt the video, but if you're enjoying it, please consider subscribing to our channel. We're aiming to reach 100,000 subscribers by April. And if we reach our goal, every single one of you will get a discount code for our merch store. Right now, 83.9% of you watching haven't subscribed yet. It's free, and your support helps us create more awesome videos. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and let's move on with the video. The following chilling encounter comes from a TikTok user named Brendan, an avid outdoorsman whose favorite hobby is bow hunting. For Brendan, the wilderness isn't just a pastime, it's a way of life. He's well versed in the unspoken rules of hunting, one of the most crucial being to respect property lines. To ensure he stays within legal boundaries, Brendan uses a specialized app called OnX. This app helps hunters like him map property lines and confirm they're not trespassing. But little did Brendan know that this simple precaution would lead to one of the most harrowing moments of his life. It was a normal day in the forest, the kind Brendan had experienced countless times before. With his bow in hand and gear strapped to his back, he ventured deeper into the wilderness, scanning for game and enjoying the serene solitude. The air was crisp, and the forest buzzed with the rustling of leaves and distant calls of wildlife. But as peaceful as it seemed, a storm was brewing, one Brendan would never forget. As the sun dipped lower, Brendan decided to set up camp for the night. Finding a small clearing, he pitched his tent with practiced ease, the routine bringing a sense of calm. After securing his gear, he checked his OnX app to ensure he was still within public hunting land, something he always did. But as he glanced up, the forest seemed quieter, the air heavier. A strange tension prickled his senses, sending a chill down his spine. That's when he noticed movement ahead. Brendan froze. Emerging from the trees was a man, his figure barely visible against the backdrop of the forest. But what stood out wasn't just his presence. It was the weapon he was pointing directly at Brendan. The man's eyes were wild, his demeanor erratic, and his body language radiated paranoia. Brendan's heart pounded in his chest as he realized he wasn't dealing with a curious property owner or a fellow hunter. This man seemed on edge, almost manic, and his intentions were unclear.
But I just want to show you kind of why we're here. We pay good money to hunt this property. We've been hunting it for years.
You ain't been moving for years. I've been here 8 years.
Do you live on this property right here?
Sir, you're not listening to me. I'm not listening
I just want to talk to you. I'm sorry.
Put your phone down.
You have an AR in front of me. I'm fucking scared.
Fuck. Put your phone down.
Dude, I'm scared as right now.
Okay, well, it's going to be more scary. Put your phone down. Are you attacking me?
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. I'm hunting. I'm hunting with...
Drop your phone.
Oh, my God.
In the recording, you can hear the fear in Brendan's voice as he tries to de-escalate the situation. "Hey, I'm just hunting on public land," he says, his voice trembling but steady enough to convey he means no harm. Despite his efforts, the man's behavior becomes increasingly alarming. His words are fragmented, his tone accusatory, and he continues to aim his weapon at Brendan, as if every word Brendan says fuels his paranoia. The situation escalates faster than Brendan can process. Realizing the potential danger, he drops his phone to the ground, leaving it recording. He raises his hands in compliance, doing everything he can to avoid provoking the armed man. The camera, now lying in the dirt, captures the intense conversation that unfolds between them.
Sir,
Listen to me. I don't give a about that.
I'm bow hunting. I don't have any guns on me.
I don't give a about that. I'm asking you to move. I'm asking you to look at me. You're on my property. You got to go. You're on my property, sir.
Okay,
Listen.
I'm packing up
8
right
years.
now.
You've never been here. Listen.
Can I come out there so we can talk?
Come on out.
Okay.
Don't touch. No, 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 no.
I just have to move my chair to
Walk
get out
over
there.
it. Walk over it.
Okay.
Walk over it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't know who the f on my property. Listen to me.
We lease.
Listen to me. That's fine. Listen to me. I don't give a fuck about none of that. You need to move down from here. You're on my property and you need to move down.
Okay, I understand.
That's all I'm asking.
Okay.
No harm. I don't know who the f you are. I don't know what you
Okay.
got. Listen.
I'm just trying to understand the property here.
Understand.
You live here?
Listen to me. I want you to move down from here.
Okay.
This is not the space.
Understood.
This is not the space.
Understood.
I'm children, and I'm reacting like
I completely understand. I understand.
That's where I'm coming from.
Okay.
The bows, shooting things, fly kites, shaking you. Who's shaking? I'm asking you just not to be here.
Yes, sir.
You know what the f you want. Just not here. This is the wrong space for that.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
The only reason we're here.
Who's we? Is there someone else here on the property?
No one else is here on the property, but we have four people on this lease
Okay.
who pay for this hunting property.
Understood.
The reason that we have this blind here is because, according to our Onyx, who shows us the survey lines, this is the property that we're legally allowed to hunt. We have permission from him to access from his property from our cornfield right there.
Understood.
And the rule is you're allowed to bow hunt within 125 feet of a residential dwelling.
Yeah.
So,
Well, they don't make the laws for me. I got young children here, and
Understood.
I'm reacting as a father. So, this is not the place for that. Go down behind his mother. This is just saying it. I understand the arrangement, but you're in the wrong place for this, my man. This is not it.
understood.
This is not it. No
Understood.
disrespect to you. I understand what you got going on. I'm just simply saying this is not the space for it. Down 20 feet. Down 20 feet, if you would, please.
Okay.
If you would.
Yeah.
That's your cornfield?
Yes. Well, not our cornfield, but we lease it for hunting.
I understand. Yes. All right, so no problem. I wish you luck.
Oh, you okay?
I wish you luck, my friend. But I don't try bien. That you just can't be here, my man.
Okay.
That's all I'm asking.
All right.
All right?
All right. Can I get your name, sir?
No, you can't.
Okay.
No, this is going to make a difference for you.
I understand. I just, out of respect, if I see you, I want to be able to communicate. You know.
I doubt we're going to run into each other again.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. I was just trying to be polite.
I understand you have that arrangement, but
I was just trying to be polite. I didn't mean to
understood.
fight.
Understood. I follow you.
After what feels like an eternity, the man slowly backs away, his weapon still pointed in Brendan's direction until he disappears into the trees. Brendan is left standing in disbelief, his body trembling as adrenaline courses through his veins. What just happened? He wasn't on private property, he was certain of that. But none of it mattered in that moment. The reality of what could have happened hits him like a freight train. He packs up his gear and leaves the area immediately, shaken but grateful to be unharmed. This encounter serves as a haunting reminder that sometimes the most dangerous things you can encounter in the woods aren't wild animals or the elements. It's other people. Brendan's quick thinking and calm demeanor likely saved his life that day. But the memory of that man's paranoid gaze and the weapon aimed at him will stay with him forever. It's unsettling to realize that your safety isn't always guaranteed. And that's also exactly what's about to unfold in this next horrifying video. This horrifying footage was captured by Gaz, a YouTuber you might know from his channel Grizzly Gaz, where he shares his camping adventures with his audience. He started just 3 years ago, but has already built a strong following who love watching him test out gear and uncover the beauty of nature in the UK's forests. However, sometimes his videos take a terrifying turn. And that's exactly what you'll see in this particular video. Let's go back to October 29th, 2023. It's a cold winter evening, but that doesn't stop Gaz from heading out on a camping adventure. And luckily for him, he's not alone. His loyal dog, Fendi, is right by his side as they venture into the forest together.
You know what day it is, don't you? Eh? It's a school night. But it's not unusual for me, that. But I'm in this woodland and I've heard that pagans come in here to do their rituals. Is that what you want to call it? So I'm looking for, it's a large down tree and it's around this area somewhere. So I'll have to figure out where that is quickly because we're losing light. Just come straight after work.
As Gaz checks in with his viewers, he shares some details about the forest he's currently exploring. This isn't a forest with a good reputation, to put it mildly. Rumors say that pagans come here to perform rituals, often gathering near midnight by a large fallen tree. It's the kind of place most people would avoid, but for Gaz, it's exactly his cup of tea. Curious to see if the rumors were true, he decided to find this infamous tree and set up his camp there. What he didn't realize, though, is that this might have been a mistake he'd soon regret.
I think I found it. Don't know, does this look like a pagan ritual site? I'll tell you one thing, it looks creepy. So, let's camp here, shall we?
After half an hour of walking, Gaz arrives at his destination. With daylight quickly fading, he decides to set up his tent as soon as possible to secure his sleeping spot before it gets too dark.
You can hardly see the tent. Now it's not pitch black yet, but it's dark enough. The only thing that you can see, look, that gives it away is the guy line connectors. Ah, look at that. Even got my own bench, look. That's good, isn't it? So what I'm gonna do is have something to eat and then we'll go for a wander around once it gets dark and get a feel of the place.
The tent is set up, identifiable only by reflective markers along its edges. But is that really a smart idea? Don't get me wrong. It's helpful for Gaz to easily find his tent again. However, it also means that others can spot it just as easily. And let's not forget, sleeping next to a tree where dark rituals are rumored to take place doesn't seem ideal if you're giving away your position so openly. But Gaz doesn't seem too concerned about that. His plan for the evening? Cooking some good food and taking a nighttime walk through this eerie forest.
Go for a walk in dark now and we'll go see what that place looks like, because it's absolutely pitch black now. And if you get lost in here at night time, it'd be pretty hard to get out of here because it just all looks the same and there's not many like proper paths really. It's just all like little game trails and stuff.
Gaz ventures into the forest for his evening walk, hoping to uncover the mystery and find out if there are truly people performing rituals out there.
It does feel creepy down here, but that's because I've got light shining in my face and I can't see out, and there's a slight breeze in the air, so there's lots of things just dropping from trees because it's autumn now, so there's conkers and all sorts of stuff dropping out. Over here in front of me, it's all dried leaves on the floor, so every time something drops from there, it's really amplified.
As Gaz arrives at the main spot, near the other side of the large fallen tree, an uneasy feeling washes over him. The pitch-black darkness combined with the eerie rumors about this place makes him feel more unnerved. But, as we know Gaz, he's not one to back down from a challenge. Determined, he makes his way to the tent, unaware of the terrifying night that awaits him.
So I did a hot tent camp last week and that was brilliant, that, but I don't think it's for me in that. It was absolutely scorchio inside the tent.
As Gaz and Fendi sit inside the tent, they hear loud knocks, almost as if someone is chopping wood, accompanied by faint footsteps. Gaz decides to listen closely, trying to figure out where these noises could be coming from.
Yeah, so like I was saying, it was roasting inside the hot tent, but all the bugs and stuff, it's just not for me. And once I'm in a tent, that's it. I just like to relax then. I don't want to be cutting up wood and this, that and other, especially in a confined space if it's raining. So, but I did enjoy it. I've only done it twice before, and I didn't particularly enjoy it then. Pretty hard to film in these one-man tents, so you're outside there in doorway. But
The noises seem to grow louder and closer, circling the tent. Although Gaz tries to brush it off, petting Fendi and chatting casually, it's clear that he feels something isn't right. His gut instinct tells him something is off, and he's not wrong.
branches or twigs falling out of trees, but I keep hearing breaking. Can definitely hear something out there. That's nice, isn't it, mate? Fucking hell, that were a big branch, wasn't it?
It soon becomes clear that Gaz's initial dismissal was a mistake. At first, he thought the noises might be branches falling from the trees, which seemed plausible. But now, it's evident that these branches aren't falling. They're being thrown at his tent. The projectiles keep getting closer, as if someone has intentionally targeted Gaz and Fendi's shelter. Gaz steps outside of his tent, scanning the area with wide eyes and heightened alertness, hoping to spot someone. Unfortunately for him, the forest is pitch black, making it impossible to see anyone. The unsettling darkness leaves him feeling deeply uncomfortable. Deciding to return to his tent, Gaz brushes off the events, pretending it could still just be branches falling. Little did he know, he was the target of something far more terrifying.
Why is this light gone off? Oh, there we go. Oi! think it's just wind. Let's pick it back up again now. So I hope there's no widow makers falling us. That'd be no good, would it, mate? Oh dear. Look at this pillow. Oh, fuck! 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 Fucking hell. Where the fuck? Fendi! Fendi! Come here, mate. Oh, you're right. What the fuck was that? Fucking flies. Mate, come on. Fucking hell, this is all torch that I've got.
They got the shock of their lives. Someone starts pushing the tent downward while they're inside, as if it was playing with them. The situation becomes even more horrifying when Gaz and Fendi venture into the pitch-black forest. With only the faint light of the camera to guide them, they can't see more than a meter ahead. But the terrifying truth is that whoever is out there with them can see exactly where they are, thanks to the camera light. And that doesn't promise anything good.
It's got to have been someone fucking around me there, hasn't it? Right, come here. Come here. Right, I'm going to turn this light off. I know you're shaking. Come on, chill out, it's okay.
The sound of heavy breathing betrays Gaz's fear. Thankfully, he reunites with Fendi, and the two sit together in the pitch-black forest, straining to hear if the ominous footsteps will return.
I'm gonna have to go back and get my stuff. My car keys are in there as well, in the tent. Fuck. Come on, mate, come on. Come on. Have some balls. Right. I'm gonna have to turn this fucking light back on though, because I can't see.
Gaz is frantically searching for his tent, knowing he needs to get out of there as quickly as possible. But with the pitch-black darkness surrounding him, it's nearly impossible to see anything. Luckily, after 5 tense minutes, he finally finds his tent and begins grabbing his belongings.
I think best thing to do now is to pack up and get out of here. I don't like being in this tent now. Not one bit. Right, back up. I'm going to leave you running to make sure, well, not to make sure that nothing happens to it, but if something does, then you've got it.
With his camera still running, just in case something happened, Gaz prepared to leave. Out of fear, Gaz abandoned his tent and fled the forest with Fendi by his side, luckily making it out safely. As the next morning dawned, Gaz decided to return to the forest, logging in with his viewers, checking if his tent was still there.
Wow, what a crazy night that was, eh? When I was packing up, I managed to get my my sleeping bag and everything and get that in my backpack. Then I heard loads and loads of screaming, like shouting from men, and it sounded like there were about 20 or 30 of them. And then they all started running, and it sounded like they were coming towards tent, so I just grabbed my bag and off skis, because my keys were in my bag. Oh, look at my tent. I had to leave my tent here because I just wanted to get out of there. And a few other bits as well that I left. Look at the state of it. Oh, come on, mate. Snap my poles and that. Sleep mat. Where's my cook kit? My cook kit were over here somewhere. Don't mind people scaring you and stuff out of woods, but when they're just going to break stuff as well, what's the point in that? Eh? Oh, it's got rips in that fly sheet as well, look at that.
When Gaz arrived at his campsite, he found his tent completely destroyed and torn apart. It was clear he had made the right decision to leave. Otherwise, things could have taken a much more sinister turn. It's disheartening for Gaz to realize there are people in this world who seem intent on causing harm to others. Thankfully, Gaz and Fendi managed to escape unharmed, but this experience will haunt them for a long time. In the next video, you'll witness an eerie event unfolding, one that Lokesh won't soon forget. This video was captured by Lokesh, the beloved Indian YouTuber you might know from his channel, Trip Sense. Lokesh is known for his wide range of content, from lifestyle and travel vlogs to moto vlogging, camping, backpacking, trekking, hiking, and even informative videos. He's a true adventurer who loves sharing his journeys with his audience. But this particular adventure, it's one that Lokesh and his viewers won't forget anytime soon. It's January 28, 2023, a warm and sunny day in India, the perfect weather for camping, or so it seemed. Little did Lokesh know, this seemingly ordinary day would spiral into something truly terrifying.
इस जंगल में मैं आज आया हूँ, तो वहाँ पे आज अपनी सोलो कैंपिंग होने वाली है और अभी मैं लोकेशन ढूंढ रहा हूँ. लोकेशन मुझे अभी तक मिली नहीं है, तो मुझे यहाँ पे एक समतल जगह ढूंढनी है जहाँ पे मैं अपना अच्छे से टेंट लगा सकूँ.
Lokesh arrives in the forest, logging in with his viewers to share his plan. He's searching for the perfect spot to set up his tent for the night. And so, he begins his long journey into the deep, dense jungle. After hiking for an hour through winding trails in the forest, he finally finds an ideal campsite, right before evening starts to fall.
चलिए गाइस, आप देख सकते हो ये जगह मुझे थोड़ा सा समतल मिली है और यहाँ पे अपना टेंट पिच करता हूँ मैं. स्टार्ट हो जाते हैं अपने सोलो कैंपिंग के लिए.
As he sets up his tent and organizes his campsite, the sun dips below the horizon. The once bright forest is now cloaked in shadows, and the eerie transition to night begins.
यहाँ भी बहुत है जो मुझे रात में काम आने वाली है. मैंने सारी इकट्ठा कर दी है, तो अब पहले कॉफ़ी बना लेते हैं और कॉफ़ी बनाने के बाद अपना डिनर का देखेंगे.
With his fire crackling and providing much-needed warmth, Lokesh begins preparing a tasty dinner. The calm, cold night seems perfect for relaxing after a long day of hiking. Little did he know it would soon take a terrifying turn.
गेट बंद करना ज़रूरी है भाई. नाइट सभी को और कल सुबह मिलते हैं.
Signing off with his viewers, Lokesh thought the day was coming to an end. But that was not the case.
खराब हो गई, नींद नहीं आने वाली अब, मेरे पास इसके अलावा और कुछ नहीं है।
Loud growls of a leopard jolted Lokesh awake. These wild predators roam freely in the area and had likely picked up his scent. The leopard was dangerously close, with only the thin fabric of his tent separating him from the beast. Lokesh grips his axe, the only weapon he has to defend himself. Fear grips him as he lies silently in his tent, heart pounding, hoping the leopard will move on. Every sound of movement outside keeps Lokesh on high alert. He stays completely still, listening to the growling and movement around his tent. Time seems to stand still as he waits, not knowing if the predator will strike. Eventually, after 2 hours, the sounds appeared to fade. However, Lokesh was so shaken by the experience that he chose to stay awake until dawn broke. And it finally did. As dawn broke, and sunlight pierced through the fabric of his tent, Lokesh knows he must leave immediately.
जितना मैं डर गया था तेंदुए की आवाज़ से, उसकी आवाज़ इतनी ज़ोर से गूंज रही थी, मुझे लगा वो मेरे टेंट के आसपास ही है। और दूसरा, कल मैंने सोलो भी था और मैंने ऊपर से नॉनवेज भी बनाया हुआ था, तो मुझे डर था कि वो कहीं ना कहीं मेरे आसपास ही घूमेगा रात भर। और लेकिन मैं सो भी नहीं पाया पूरी रात, मैं जाग रहा था और मैं सोच रहा था कि कब सुबह होगी, मैं कब टेंट से बाहर आऊँगा। तो फाइनली अभी सुबह हो गई है और मैं अब टेंट से बाहर आऊँगा। बाकी यार रात का एक्सपीरियंस ना बहुत डरावना था, मैं बता नहीं सकता।
Logging in with his viewers one last time, Lokesh recounts the harrowing experience as he quickly packs his gear. The hour-long walk out of the forest is tense, with Lokesh glancing over his shoulder at every sound. But thankfully, he makes it out unharmed. This experience is one that Lokesh will carry with him forever. It taught him the harsh reality of camping in the wilderness, where the beauty of nature coexists with its dangers. As he reflects, Lokesh shares an important lesson. Next time, he'll be better prepared, armed to protect himself from the wildlife that surrounds him. People seem to forget, but in some situations, it's better to be armed, because you might find yourself in circumstances far more dangerous than you expect. We'll see it unfold in the next video. Imagine it, a lone trucker, just another day on the job, driving through the isolated roads of the Sunchild First Nation Reservation. His mission? To pick up equipment from an industrial site buried deep within the wilderness. Everything seems ordinary, until it isn't. As the trucker navigates the winding paths, he unknowingly captures something on his camera, something lurking just beyond the trees. A dark, large, and hairy figure, partially hidden among the branches, its eyes locked on the truck. But it doesn't move. The trucker, unaware of the ominous presence he's just recorded, continues on his way, pulling over to park his truck nearby. But then, it happens. Suddenly, The silence of the wilderness is shattered by loud, terrifying bangs coming from deep within the forest. The trucker freezes, his heart pounding as he realizes he's not alone. Panic sets in. Without a second thought, he scrambles back into his truck. He drives away, desperate to escape whatever it is that might be out there. But the question remains, what did he capture on camera? Was it simply a trick of the light, or something much more terrifying? Let me know in the comments what you think. Did you find these 5 encounters unsettling? Then brace yourself for what's coming next. Have you ever come across something so eerie, so unexplainable, that it left you questioning the intentions of even those closest to you? This is Lucas, a YouTuber you might recognize from his channel, Lucas Brunel. Known for his incredible biking trails and scenic routes through nature, Lucas is a cycling enthusiast who loves capturing his adventures on camera and sharing them with his viewers. But one fateful day, his biking trip took a dark and unexpected turn, one that left his viewers puzzled and his nephew Kevin deeply unsettled. It's September 3rd, 2021. A chilly day, but nothing that could deter Lucas from a packed outdoor itinerary. Joined by his nephew Kevin, Lucas planned to bike through nature, enjoy the stunning cliffs, and even take a dip in the icy waters.
This has been amazing, staying at my parents and riding around Martha's Vineyard, and we're going to venture out because today is Kevin's last day here. See the cliffs and some paths and some cold water swimming on a very clean beach, cleanest on the East Coast probably, up at Aquina. And we're going to do some bush camping after that, and then in the morning we're going to do some rock diving at another beach. So anyway,
yeah, it's gonna be a cold ass night. I'm already kind of cold right now, but apparently tonight it's gonna be like 60 degrees or something. So yeah.
Yeah, cold. Yeah, but we're used to those temperatures and camping and all kinds of weird stuff. So anyway,
with fresh energy and high spirits, Lucas logged in with his viewers, sharing his excitement for the day. The duo biked for nearly 5 hours through serene landscapes, soaking in the beauty of nature. As the sun dipped below the horizon and the peaceful day gave way to night, they reached the edge of a dense forest.
all right. I think around here is a good place to actually set up camp.
Here?
Yeah, because it's flat, and it's pretty good because actually right now, oh man, we're at the top of a hill, but we're, hold on a sec. It took us a hell of a long time to get to where we want to set up camp. As you can see, it's just after sunset, so we actually planned on getting here earlier, but anyways, swimming and some really nice roads and whatnot kind of got in the way of that. So, but yeah, we are definitely tired, and we're going to set up camp. This is an ideal space because you can't really see it, but we are on the top of a hill, and we're guarded by another hill that's even higher, and so this is a really great space. So anyway, I'm really glad we made it. So we're going to set up camp now.
By the time they arrived in the forest, darkness had already fallen. The two struggled to set up their tent in the dim light, their surroundings becoming increasingly shadowy and unsettling. When the tent was finally ready, Lucas came up with an idea. Why not take a short hike through the forest to the top of a nearby hill? From there, they could enjoy a breathtaking view of the city lights below. But Kevin wasn't thrilled. Exhausted from the intense day, he protested, preferring to rest. Unfortunately for Kevin, Lucas convinced him to go.
What?
It's always a challenge. My legs are working.
This is a workout for you? Okay.
Right now,
Fucking.
with the miles you did, yeah. But it's not the miles, it's the intensity.
Mm-hmm. Oh, motherfucker.
Got that, yeah.
I have no clue how you can get hypothermia today.
Well, you know, I did ride afterwards.
Shit, wait, hold on. Alright, let's go.
With only the light of their flashlights cutting through the pitch-black forest, they trekked uphill, searching for the perfect lookout spot. However, before they could reach the top, they stumbled upon something they weren't prepared for.
That's after you flooded some sardines, young man. Anyway, we could find some dry firewood. That would be kind of nice.
Yeah. Wonder what your parents must think of you doing all this crazy shit. Dude, you're fucking with me. Alright. Alright. I am not fucking camping anymore. Dude, alright, dude. I know I said fuck with the satanic shit, but it's a fucking joke. I'm not fucking serious, man. Dude, I don't want to fucking camp. I don't want to fucking camp anymore.
Yeah, but there's nothing we can camp.
Dude.
This doesn't have to, like, we can camp fine. There's nothing out here to get you. Look,
Yeah, then what the fuck was that noise, huh?
just take a look.
Dude, you need to calm your fucking tits. I know this is my last fucking night.
How about take it down a notch?
Dude.
And we enjoy the night, you know?
Yeah, enjoy the fucking night with...
You know what? Hey. Oh.
Dude, Lucas. All right, yo, chill. You're joking, right? You're joking.
No, no. Oh, just chill. Just take it down a notch. There's nothing out here, like, to get you. I mean,
You're a fucking bitch, man. You're a fucking asshole. You're a fucking asshole.
Lying on the ground before them was a chilling scene. A ritual setup, complete with symbols and items that immediately struck a nerve. Kevin, visibly shaken, began to panic. "I'm not into this kind of dark stuff," he told Lucas, clearly unnerved. Lucas, on the other hand, tried to remain calm, brushing off Kevin's fears. What happened next isn't entirely clear. Kevin, furious and frightened, decided he'd had enough. He stormed out of the forest, heading home and leaving Lucas behind. Was he angry at Lucas for not taking the situation seriously, or was there something else going on between the two? To this day, no update has been provided about how that night ended for Lucas and Kevin. This begs the question, what really happened that night? Was it possible that Lucas lured Kevin into the forest on purpose, with some sinister plan in mind? Could their earlier conversations have hinted at something darker that Lucas wanted to show Kevin? Or was Lucas just as shocked as Kevin, but chose to downplay it to avoid escalating the situation? The truth remains a mystery. That's all for today, folks. If you want to see more of this creepy content, click on the video on screen.